Greetings, survivors. Today I want to show my Horde base. This is something I start with day 7 and then I expand upon it. It starts with 11 by 11 platform. Inside we have uh, 4 3 by 3 spike with some passage in between them so I can easily reach all the corpses inside. And of course, I usually start. I usually have concrete by day 7 in time to make the the sides and the ground underneath the spikes. The spikes are usually just iron spikes. Well, they are iron spikes by day 7, and then I upgrade into steel. Here on the corners, I have some pillar. Here I'm using metal siding which makes the base float. That's not, I mean, it mostly protects these pillars from being attacked. On the other hand, they have very little hit points. Um, but it allows me to have a really good line of sight on all zombies. Um, if I were not using metal sidings, I'll probably use poles, either centered poles or maybe on the corners. And pillar 50 would also work. But anyway, so I have this is 4 blocks high. So one metal siding down, one up, and then one down and another up. Um, and then I make a ramp to it um, with these hatches set in a way that I can make a little drawbridge, so to speak. The zombie proofing is required even with the metal siding. Um, the the zombie the spider proofing, sorry, the spider proofing is necessary even with the metal sidings. The spiders can climb these things just fine. Um, I usually don't have spider proofing on day 7, of course. It's too soon for that. Um, these these railings here, they are last addition of. I only added them after everything was ready. So after I have the first set done, this 11 by 11. Sorry, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, not 11 by 11, 9 by 9. So I have this 9 by 9 square here, and then I add uh, 2 more on the sides and 2 more there. So I make a total of, this is 25 by 25. Each pillar is shared. Each internal pillar is being shared by um, 2 sets of, or 4 sets of um, spikes. So the iron bars here they're facing down so that I can put these iron bars on the outside, and that allows me to make the corners. People often likes to make this iron bar facing up, so they are the ceiling becomes the floor, but that causes problems for the corners, at least in my opinion. Now on the center of each group I have a trapdoor so I can throw Molotovs down. And I had a tree nearby and I decided to make a little tree house on it just for the fun of it. Now it is taking damage, so I have reinforced the tree house in a way that it can survive the tree actually being destroyed, because I have electricity here. I have two sets of battery banks, one for lights, the spot lights you see on the outside, and the other for this um, little surprise here. So this is off right now, and I can go here and use this as I would anything else or any other place. But I can also turn on with the switches, and I have a bunch of switches here because with the battery bank and the quality of the batteries I have, I cannot power all of them at the same time. Um, we have 7 by 7, so that's 49 electric fences, pairs of electric fences, one here and one below the ground, and that's 490 watts required. I'll need two battery banks, which the maximum is 300 watts, or one gas generator. Now, both electric banks are being powered by a single solar cell, and this is all that's really needed. I didn't even need to use all the solar cells here because all the electricity is comes from the battery banks, because everything is turned on just during the night. Oh, my Molotovs here. So this is my little, well, not so little anymore, Horde base. Access to my underground base with forges and workbench. And here, this was actually a hatch, just like this one. So you can reach the electric fence post here. And even these hatches are not enough. I had to uh, break these blocks here on this side. This side I replaced with full blocks, and then I decided to try to use these quarter blocks here if I need to wire something. But a cop exploded around here and destroyed these destroyed this the hatch, and in fact I had to make a wet concrete block and drop down during Horde night to replace the missing block here. It wasn't a very fun Horde night. Oh, one last thing before we finish. On the top of the tree, I also made a little crow's nest. Oh. So this is usually where I start my Horde nights, so I can see from which direction they're coming. I have to clean some vegetation on the outside as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.